is Real or Fake Toy. So we need a brave audience member to come up here. You're gonna have to tell us which of the three toys is a real toy. Okay, so the alone impact bracelet. You can win a lovely gift from Tina. That could be yours. It'll make one present easy to wrap. All right, so we got Brian. He's gonna grab our first volunteer. Who's up first? Yeah! All right, Mr. Chris Donovan. I know your name. I'm gonna say it. All right, this is ripped off. Wait, tell me you're gonna have three descriptions of toys. Finally means you're gonna read. You're gonna tell us which of the three is real. Do you understand?
I do.
All right. Kate Titan with our first toy.
Hello, the first toy. Zeus Jr. was a playset released in the late 90s after success of Disney's animated Hercules film. Television ads for the product featured a small boy wearing a toga and beard and throwing the prop lightning bolt at his sister. The set was swiftly recalled after several children were injured by the bolt, which was said to be heavier and more jagged than the commercials had let on.
All right, toy one. It's a Zeus that throws lightning bolts. Hang on, I'll quit with our second real or fake toy.
The Sister Getter. Does your little sis drive you up the wall? With this kit, you'll be able to take revenge, and she'll never know it was you. The kit includes many fun items you can place in and around your siblings' quarters, and then sit back and watch the magic. She will be screaming when she finds a big, gross beetle in her lunchbox. Or how about an extremely waxy Q-tip? Bet she wouldn't want to see that on her pillow at night.
All right, pretty gross stuff, okay? Get revenge on your sister. Chris Iannucci with our third toy.
Released in 2002, Super Thomas was an unlicensed Thomas the Tank Engine knockoff released by a Chinese toy company. It consisted of 3 brightly colored toy trains with faces on the front. Where they differed from the original Thomas toys was that these 3 trains could be twisted and interlocked to form one big Transformers-esque fighting robot.
That sounds pretty fun. All right, so which of these was the real toy?
So, I'm gonna go, only because I want it to be real, is the Super Thomas. I'm gonna go with Super Thomas.
And
it's real.
Great job. All right. Who wants to play? Who wants to play real or fake toy? Come on, let's get him up here. What's your name? Anna. Anna, all right. You understand the rules? Yeah, it's not a vote. It's just you. Okay, Chris Iannucci with our first. Wait, you're gonna go in the same order. Don't do the same order every time or it'll get confusing.
All right, the first toy. This Batman water gun was made in the 1960s and sold for 39 cents. It featured the likeness of Adam West, bit at the waist, with a trigger placed in his crotch. And the fill hole exactly where you would imagine, the butt. To top it all off, when triggered, water spurted from Batman's mouth.
All right, pretty fun stuff. All right, our next one is from Ayla Alquist.
The Laughing Sea Monster. This dangerous monster made of high-quality plastic will have your child entertained for hours. He has sharp teeth and claws and will devour anything that comes into his path. Plus, after feeding, he lets out a piercing, evil laugh and a burp. And beware, he can breathe in both water and air.
My God, all right, our last toy with Chris Iannucci.
Move over, slime. There's a new game in town. The perfect gift for your little scientist, the Scientific Explorer Grow Your Own Mold Kit is both entertaining and educational. Now your kids can learn about the wonderful world of mold by making their own at home. Just grow your mold by swabbing the included gelatin slides and with the provided spore packets, place it in a warm spot in your room and watch the miracle of nature happen right before your eyes. Out of spore packets? Why not swab around the house and see how many different kinds of mold you can find growing at home?
All right, what do you think, Anna? Which is the real toy?
I just want it to be real, the Batman toy.
You're right!
We doing one more or we? One more. We need somebody else. Come on. No volunteers? All right, here we go. Come on up. All right, come here. What's your name?
Renee.
Renee, you understand the rules? Yeah, pretty simple. All right. Kate Teichman with our first toy.
Released during the year 2000, presidential Bop It, attempting to capitalize on that year's presidential race. It functioned identically to the original, asking players to quickly react to requests to bop it, pull it, or twist it. Aside from a red, white, and blue color scheme, the only difference was a number of presidential quotes alluded to by the game's announcer, such as, "I cannot call a lie," "You're doing great," and "Speak softly and bop it."
All right, Presidential Bop It. Our next toy is from Ayla Alquist.
Released in 1951 and sold for a whopping $49.50, the Atomic Energy Laboratory has gone down in history as one of the most dangerous children's toys ever produced. The idea behind the toy was similar to that of the well-known chemistry set. Kids were encouraged to use the enclosed gadgets and chemicals to explore chemical and nuclear reactions in their homes. It was an educational product that encouraged young engineers to realize their interests and potential.
All right, our third toy is from Chris Iannucci.
In 1976, a small toy company based out of Milwaukee released a limited number of pressing glides, which were advertised as paper airplane folders. They featured a heavy metal base and a series of thin plastic rails that contorted sheets of paper into planes when the lever was pressed. The box stated that the toy was appropriate for kids aged 4 or over, but that was proven to be an overestimation when the press was widely criticized for a lack of safety measures after several complaints were filed about kids crushing their hands.
Sounds fun. All right, Renee, which of those toys do you think is the real toy?
The Atomic Energy one?
That's correct!
Alright, we need everybody to squish in because we're running out of seats. And we're going to be standing room only pretty quick. Alright, there's a lot of room over here, okay? Just come right through, it's fine. Come right through, say hi to the front row. Enjoy it. We're waiting, you walk in. Alright? We need another one of those. And we're going to do another one, alright? We need another volunteer. Come on up. Alright? Alright, just kind of. Okay. Alright, give her a round of applause. What's your name? Sarah, you understand the rules? Alright, Kate Titan with our first toy.
All right, Sarah, here we go. It's like the hula hoop for your head. Brought to you by Tansgram Games in 1965. The swing wing was the new thing, and the for children across America. You simply put the swing wing helmet on your noggin and violently whip your head around in a circle as quickly as possible to make the swing wing ribbons go round and round. Gee whiz, it was the 60s. Who cared about neck pain? Sciatica, excuse me, or loss of balance. Far out.
All right, thank you, Kate. Sounds fun. And off with our second toy.
Be a Squarebles sharpshooter. That's right. Take the best of squares and mash them up with the best of marbles. And you have Squarebles. Hasbro's 1987 Toy Starter Pack comes with 6 Stinger Squarebles, 6 Yellow Jacket Squarebles, decals, a drawstring pouch, and a spring-loaded shooter. And who could forget the jingle, Squarebles, Square Marbles, look what you can do! You're a Squarebles Square Shooter. There are 6 colors of Squarebles and shooters. Collect them all.
Wow. You wouldn't make up a drawstring pouch, would you? All right, now third toy from Chris Iannucci.
Giddy up! First released by Kenner in 1965, the Daddy Saddle is a miniature, dad-sized horse saddle that lets your little cowboy or cowgirl take Daddy for a trot around the living room. Still currently in production today, the Daddy Saddle has expanded from the original Cowboy Brown to include new styles such as Bandit Black, Princess Pink, and Sheriff Blue.
Sarah, which do you think is the real toy?
It's real.
This audience has a great piano player. We're gonna wrap this up now.